What's going on, y'all? Dave Robinson here with Work Your Stories Wednesday, and this is the Aux. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I picked up from taking LSD this weekend for the second time ever. I had a wonderful opportunity in a very safe and loving container to experiment with LSD, the drug acid, this weekend. And I would love to open a conversation and expand on a conversation and make this particular conversation about psychedelics more mainstream, more open, and more common, because it was such a profound experience for me. Psychedelics are very stigmatized in our society. They have been for a very long time. Unfortunately, that comes from a place of fear and disinformation and a lack of information. The powers that be, we'll call it, have a very vested interest in psychedelics staying in the shadows. And yet, there's some beautiful research out, most notably by Johns Hopkins University and among many others, that is showing clinically how powerful substances like LSD or psilocybin, magic mushrooms, and many others, combo, ayahuasca, DMT, how all these or many of these substances have such profound effect in treating anxiety or depression or mental health or PTSD, or helping us to connect to a sense of self, helping us to die more peacefully, to pass on more peacefully. For me, I had an opportunity to experiment with LSD and to do so from a place of love and connection and happiness. And no, I didn't see leprechauns. I didn't hallucinate. The walls didn't melt. There wasn't any craziness, right, that I think a lot of times gets thought of. And I was able to connect with some dear friends of mine in a very open, loving, and profound manner that I would not have been able to otherwise. I had some real conversations. I had some profound growth moments. And I had so many laughs at such high level comedy. It's just, next time maybe we'll wear lapel mics and wear GoPros or something along those lines. But a couple of things stood out to me. And during this time of year especially, we keep circling back to goals, and we keep circling back to intentions, and it's so important where you put your time or where you put your attention. You may hear the phrase pay attention a lot. To pay means to give, to sacrifice, to exchange, right? And attention is your time. That's your vision. That's your focus. That's your energy. And a lot of times what I've found is people are paying attention to the wrong things and or not paying attention to themselves, their feelings, their emotions, their desires, their wants, their needs. What psychedelics and to a certain extent cannabis and combo allow one to do is to see oneself, to understand oneself, and to allow oneself to be seen. What we pay attention to dictates our entire future. What we have paid attention to in the past dictates where we are right now. I go back to chip, chip, chip a lot, right? And I've said that for a long time. And to me, it means, working towards something day after day and molding it and crafting it, right? Changing it to chop, chop. Because it's time to take some heavy, hard swings at our destinies this year, at our future this year, at our potential this year. I'm 32 years old. I'm about to turn 33. I had a friend of mine about 10 or 12 years older than me give me a lot of perspective. I've got big goals for this year, but in 1 year, I'll be 33, 34, in 2 years, a little bit older, 7 years till I'm 40. That's a lot of time to work at stuff. It's a lot of time to chip and chop away at my goals. And you think about who you were 7 years ago. A lot different than who you were last year, right? We change, we evolve. And yet there are so many opportunities in front of us this year. We are way less divided than many folks would believe, or that the media would paint us to be, or make us out to be. We have the ability to share. We have the ability to create. We have the ability to spread love and good vibes. And sometimes it takes a long-term focus and also short-term chipping and chopping away at whatever it is you want to do. So the quote for today is this: 1 in a row. Any success takes 1 in a row. Do one thing well, then another. Once, then once more. Over and over until the end, then it's 1 in a row again. And that's from Matthew McConaughey, Green Lights. Great book. Talked about it before. Stay focused. Make sure you're aware of where your attention is going. When you pay attention to things, make sure you're paying attention to what you want and what's going to move you forward. I look forward to speaking with you next week. This is Dave Robinson. Check out workyourstories.com. This is Work Your Stories Wednesday on the Aux. Chop, chop.